Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Anxiety Art Adventures. My name is Laura, and today I'm going to be doing a WIP and Chat, and I'm working on a canvas from Diamond Art Club, and it is called, I think it's called Beautiful Beach Bridge. It is sold out, unfortunately. It's one of their older canvases, but I've had this for a while, and it is a square drill canvas. I know, what's wrong with me? Anyway, it is a 63 by 47, and it has 38 colors with an AB. So that is what it looks like. So pretty. So this one, if y'all have been following, those of you that have been following my channel, you know that my husband picked this one out for his office. So I really want to try and get this done. So I'm trying to slash the stash and get this one knocked out, and hopefully my goal is to have this for him by his birthday, which is in June. Both of our birthdays are in June, but his is the beginning of June, mine's the middle of June. So I'm going to try and get this done for him. So hope everybody's having a lovely day. I'm recording this on Friday, and you guys are going to see this on Sunday. So this WIP and Chat is going to replace my live that I usually do. So anyway, so today I'm going to be using one of my new pens from Pizzazzed DP Pens. It is gorgeous. This one's called Sunny Breeze. If you haven't checked out her Etsy shop, please go over there and check her out. Her name is Lynn, and she is super nice, super helpful. And her pens, clay polymer pens, very lightweight, very comfortable, awesome. And I'm also going to be using Not Your Mama's Mud Wax from Whimsical Daisies today. I want you to know that I used this wax last night on 2 squares of Astral Guardian by Craftably. Never had to replace the wax. It was fantastic. Now, this wax is a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's got like a greasy consistency. It's not as dense as the patty wax or the red wax, but it is fantastic. So all I do is I just scrape some. I know you guys can't see this. I probably should zoom in. I scrape some onto my pen. Okay. I think that does it. And they come in these cute little tins too that you can, you know, just twist back on. So that's nice that they're resealable. And then what I do is I take just a piece of wax paper. I'm sorry, not wax, never wax, parchment. And I just smush down and get the extra off. There we go. And you are good to go. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a lovely Sunday. Yeah, so I'm going to tell you about my week. It's been, let me zoom in. I wanted you to see the full canvas. Now, I've worked all of this over to here. So I'm going to work on this section down here. But let me zoom in for you. Yeah, I might have to move my camera a little bit. Yes, I'm going to have to move my camera. Okay. There we go. All right. So first things first, I'm feeling much better. Thank you to everybody who has messaged me and contacted me. Means the world to me. So thank you so much. My antibiotics, I'm on amoxicillin, and I'm on it for 10 days. And yes, it is fabulous. I should have gotten on antibiotics much sooner than I have, considering this is the second time that I have had this sinusitis, acute sinusitis. So yeah, if anybody is feeling cruddy, my thoughts and prayers go out to you. I know how it feels. and it is miserable, and I can highly, highly recommend you to go to a doctor, or at least call a doctor and, call a doctor and have them get you on some antibiotics. So, yeah. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Trying to get my light pad to where I can see. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, so I am doing much better. This week has been pretty rough. Between both me and my husband being sick. At the same time, it's pretty hard when both people in the household are sick, and the normal things that you take for granted that you do don't get done. So, like, cooking and cleaning and running errands and all the things that I'm used to doing, I couldn't do. So this week has been pretty difficult. But anyway, got through it, and we're moving on from it. Also, let's talk about my camera. So I have two cameras, as you can see. I have my main camera, which is on the canvas, and then I have Puppy Cam up here. Blue is dead to the world. So I have been having problems with the camera, with it stuttering and doing this weird, like, color flashes on my videos. Didn't know what was going on. I Googled it, and they were like, restart OBS. I did that, and then OBS kept crashing every time I tried to change any settings in it. I was like, okay, so I Googled OBS crashing, and apparently the most recent update to OBS is the software I use to record my videos. It's an open source software. So apparently it's a known issue within OBS that the most recent update they had in November apparently can make your camera and stuff not be happy. So anyway, I, out of a fit of rage, after it crashed 12 times, I uninstalled it and reinstalled it, and it still did not fix the problem. So when my husband got home yesterday, I think it was yesterday, he came back here and sat and looked at it, because he's an IT guy, so he knows a lot about computers and super smart. He programmer, writes code, all that good stuff that's just like completely over my head, and like I don't even want you to talk to me about it because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So like when he talks to me about stuff at work, I'm like, yep, smile and nod. Anyway, so he came back here and looked at it, and apparently it was a driver issue with my graphics card. I have a newer laptop with a pretty hefty graphics card. It's a GeForce graphics card, and apparently the driver needed to be updated. Well, I didn't know that, so he updated the driver, turned the computer off, restarted OBS. We did a test last night. It seems to be fine. We did reduce the FPS, the frames per second. I had it at highest output, which is usually 60 FPS, and I put it down to match highest output, which normally is at 30 frames per second. So we're going to try it and see how it goes. Normally on WIP and Chat videos, I don't have a problem with it. It's when I do unboxings and I'm moving stuff around and trying to show drills and all that kind of stuff. That's when it starts to stutter and have some issues. So we'll try that. I have lots of unboxings to do. So anyway, yeah, so let me tell you about my trip to the pharmacy. So Monday night, my mom called me and was like, or Monday afternoon, she was like, look, you need to just go to the doctor, get on some antibiotics. I was like, okay, fine. So I called my primary care, my doctor's office, and it was like 4:30 on Monday. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get an appointment for Monday, but I was like, okay, maybe they can put me on a list for, you know, for Tuesday, for like a cancellation or, you know, on call, that kind of thing. And usually they'll fit you in. So I called, and the lady on the phone, excuse me, she was like, yeah, you need to call first thing in the morning at like 7:30. I'm like, well, why? I'm calling you now. So put me on the list. No, we don't put anybody on the list until 7:30 in the morning of each day. And I'm like, okay, well, that's dumb. I was like, I'm calling you now, so just put me on the damn list. She wouldn't do it. So I got angry. And I called my husband. I was like, look, I can't get in to see my primary. You're just going to have to take me to like a patient first when you get home. And he was like, you really don't want to do that because we just switched our insurance the first of the year to an HSA account. Now, if you're not familiar with an HSA account, it's a health savings account. We were paying astronomical amounts for health insurance over the years and not using it. So, I mean, my husband was paying probably, it was close to like $1,200 a month for us for insurance. And we never went to the doctor. We normally don't get sick enough to go to the doctor. So we switched to an HSA, and that is where you put money into the HSA account, and then you get a debit card, an HSA debit card, and you can use that when you go to the doctor. And it's tax-free money. It's good. The problem is we both got sick at the beginning of the year, and there's not a whole lot of money in the account. So anyway, so Adam looked up through our insurance, and apparently we have a feature that you get when you have Cigna. It's a 24/7, either a video call with a doctor or a phone call. It's like, oh my gosh, that's cool. I mean, you have to pay for it. It's like $55 flat fee for the phone call or the video call. Well, okay, you're going to pay a copay anyway if you go to a doctor, so, whatevs. So anyway, so I paid the $55, put in all my information, and within 30 minutes, I had a doctor call me, and she was like, okay, she went through the gamut of all the questions, give me your symptoms and, what's going on. So I answered all the questions, and she was like, yeah, you have acute sinusitis, so you need antibiotics. It's like, cool. She was like, I'm going to put you on amoxicillin, and this is a high dose of amoxicillin. I'm on 875 milligrams twice a day. And these pills, you guys, they are massive. Massive. Here, let me show you. Do I have them here? I don't know if I have them here. I thought I did. Do I not? No, apparently I don't. Anyway, they're massive. They're just huge. And I don't take pills very well, so that's fun. So anyway, so she called and she said, I gave her my pharmacy. She called it in. And she said the pharmacy will have it in like 5 minutes, and then just call them and see how long it's going to take for them to fill it. Now, this was at like 6:30 at night. Okay. So I was like, okay, well, my pharmacy stays open till 9, so that'll be good. Okay, so I called the pharmacy. Oh, that one's upside down. I called the pharmacy, and they were like, yeah, we've got it. It'll be ready in like 30 minutes. Cool. And keep in mind, I was miserable Monday night. Like, I couldn't breathe. I had a fever, the whole gambit. But I knew I would have to go. And Adam wasn't feeling good either. But anyway, so Adam drove me down there around 7 o'clock. And I went to pick up the pills. Got the pills. All of that. Get home, right? And I had been prescribed 20 pills for a 10-day regimen of antibiotics. So, sorry, I'm trying to count here. So that's 20 pills. Well, I look at the bottle, and the bottle was light, if you know what I mean. Didn't have enough pills. So I poured them out. The pharmacist had only given me 10 pills. Y'all, I was so effing mad. So I called the pharmacist, and I feel really sorry for the guy that answered the phone that was not the pharmacist, because I went berserk. I was like, look, I'm sick. I have 101 fever. I just came down there to pick up my pills. Y'all shorted me. What the F? He was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Can you come back up here? We'll give you the extra pills, all of this. I'm like, well, it's not like I have a choice. I have to go back up there because they don't do deliveries that late at night. I'd have to wait until tomorrow, which I could have done, I guess, but so here we go. We get in the car, and I'm fuming mad, right? And so I have, and this is kind of a funny story. So I have it's like a zip up fleece jacket, okay, that a friend of mine gave me that worked at the state police, the Virginia State Police. And I wear the jacket around the house. I don't usually wear it out. Well, I had come home and put on my comfy clothes after we went to the pharmacy and put that jacket on and didn't think about it. So here I go back up to the pharmacy with this jacket on. And the jacket has Virginia State Police over, on the left side, over, on the front. And I didn't think about it. Well, and I am in no way, shape, or form impersonating myself as an officer or any of that. So don't go there. I just wear the jacket. No big deal. So I get there, and I'm really mad, right? And she comes over to me, and she keeps the pharmacist, and she keeps looking at my jacket, and then she looks at me and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's been a long night. I must have just miscounted and all of this." And I was pretty shitty with her because I was like, "Look, it's one thing to miscount on antibiotics, but what if you had miscounted on somebody that it was like life or death? I mean, that's a big deal for a pharmacist to miscount. I mean, I think that's a big deal." Anyway, so she kept like being overly nice. She knew who I was as soon as I walked in. She didn't ask for any identification or insurance or anything. She just said, "Please give me the pill bottle. I'm gonna give you the extra 10 pills." And I was like, why is she acting this way? And then I put two and two together. I was like, oh my God, it's because I'm wearing this jacket. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So I did. I gave her a mouthful of, me not being happy. But so she definitely knows that. Anyway, so I had to go up to the pharmacy twice, and it wasn't fun. But I got my medicine. Long story short, I really shouldn't bitch. I mean, I know people have things way worse than I do. I know so many people that are sick right now. It really seems to be rampant, like upper respiratory and flu. It just rampant in people right now. And I personally think, and this is just my opinion, I think it's because especially where I live, we have not had really, really a cold winter. It has been very mild. I mean, we really haven't had very many nights below freezing, which is unusual for us in the winter. We generally go through at least 3 weeks of below freezing temperatures at night and stuff, and we just haven't had that. So I think it's just because this weather is just so wonky. That's just my opinion, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. So anyway, but I'm feeling better, so that's the key there. But yeah, having to go to the pharmacy twice in one night. The one good thing about it was they still had they still had all of their Valentine's Day candy on sale. So my husband and I like totally raided their bin and got half off Valentine's Day candy. So now we've got like all of this like Dove and Reese's and um, there was a weird one my husband got I had never seen before. And tell me, has anybody had this before? It's Hershey Kisses hot cocoa. So it's chocolate on the outside and then the inside has like marshmallow type thing in it. But it tastes like hot cocoa. It's really weird. It's really weird. I don't care for it, but he seems to like it, so hey, if he likes it, that is what matters. But yeah, I had never seen that before. And then I got some Dove peanut butter chocolate, little individually wrapped things that were on sale. They're usually pretty expensive. They're usually like $6, $7 a bag, and I was getting them for like $2.50 a bag, so that was good. So I got like 3 bags of those, and some caramel M&Ms. Love those. My favorite candy is Mike and Ike's hot cinnamon, like the chewy cinnamon. Oh my gosh, yeah, those are my faves. So yeah. All right, so that's probably about as far over as I'm going to go with this color. So yeah, and then what else was going on this week? Besides me being sick. I've literally been eating soup and crackers like all week. I haven't cooked at all. And I mean, Adam was fine with that. He was like, you don't feel good. I'm not expecting you to cook. So we just kind of just did our own thing as far as food goes. Which, that's okay. No big deal. Had plenty of food in the house because, I had gone to the store on Saturday before I started feeling bad. So yeah. But tonight we are going to have Chick-fil-A. My best friend Sean is going to bring us Chick-fil-A for dinner and hang out for a little bit. And since we're on antibiotics, and we've been on antibiotics for over 24 hours, we're not contagious, which I don't know if you guys knew that, but if you're on antibiotics for 24 to 48 hours, depending on how your body reacts to it, then you are no longer contagious. Yeah. I Googled it. It's true. Because, everything on the internet is true. But no, there were a bunch of, medical sites that said, yeah, that's accurate. So it is safe for him to come over. I have Lysol'd everything, and hopefully he will be good. Hold on, I'm counting. Yeah. Yeah, so what is everybody working on? Are you diamond painting? Are you coloring? Are you crocheting, knitting, cross-stitching? What you doing, Shug? I would love to know. Yeah, I still have my crochet stuff sitting over here next to me. Every time I look at it, I start to twitch a little bit because I remember how frustrated I got with working on that. Don't get me wrong, I love doing rows, like chain rows. I can't get the turn. I can't turn it to go back the other way. I can knit a row, as long as me, no problem. But yeah, no, not the other. No, can't get the turn to go. So I don't know if it's just my hand-eye coordination. I don't know, but It's not fun for me. So I'm going to try and look at some videos of how to do it. And I think like Michaels or AC Moore they've got some like beginner crochet books, that kind of thing, that I can look at and see. Maybe some with some patterns. You know, I can buy a book with a pattern in it, try and do like I really want to do a blanket. I think that would be really cool, like an Afghan with like really pretty colors in it. I was watching Anne with A Colorful Life on her crafting channel. It's Crafting with Anne. She is knitting the most pretty blanket with all of these really vibrant colors. It's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, so I think that's all of that symbol. Yep. Okay. So yeah, I might be doing that. But for now, I'm just like trying to go through my WIPs that I have started on my diamond paintings. I've really been wanting to color, and like with my pencils. Not only with my pencils, but I also want to color. I don't know why, I've really been wanting to color a mandala. So I've got a contest going on, an event going on in my Facebook group for St. Patrick's Day to color any page you want from any book, and you can only use greens. You can use white and black, you know, but greens. So that will be fun. So I'm going to find a really cool mandala out of one of my books so that I can do that. But that I'll probably do with markers. But I do want to do some things with my colored pencils, which is unusual for me. A lot of things are unusual for me this week. I mean, I'm working on a square diamond painting. I want to use my colored pencils. It must be the sickness, right? Must be the sickness. So yeah. All right, so I know all of you saw all the awesome new releases from Diamond Art Club. Oh my goodness. They are fabulous. Fabulous. So I was really excited to be able to show the sneak peek of Sherry Baldy's new one, Create Your Own Magic. So yeah, that was awesome. It's a really pretty canvas, really pretty canvas. So yeah, there are a bunch of new ones, so you guys definitely should check out Diamond Art Club's new releases on their website. Definitely have some pretty ones. If you're, you know, a Diamond or Ruby member, you can see them now. And I think general public will come out tomorrow on Monday. So yeah. Yes, yes. But I have no shame in saying that, you know, Diamond Art Club is just, out of all of the companies that I've tried, I mean, they are my favorite. So many reasons. The canvases are top notch. They are, you know, cloth. The back of them feels like velvet. I know it's not, but it feels like velvet. Their drills are just superb. Are you going to have some trash? Yes. I mean, every canvas is going to have some trash. That's the way it is. But I don't get nearly as much trash in Diamond Art Club's kits as I do in other kits. So it's very minimal. The canvases that I've worked on, I know everybody has their own personal opinion, and that's fine. Yeah, so the canvas, the drills, how clear the symbols are, how sticky the canvas is. I've never had a problem with drills coming off due to not being sticky. Never had popping drills, and that's because they use port glue. And my number one reason for the favorite, for them being my favorite, is their customer service and their shipping. Their customer service is phenomenal. If you have any concerns, issues, problems, they are on top of it. And they really bend over backwards to try and, help you. Again, my opinion. So I don't need any hateful comments down there, y'all. Come on. And I mean, when I order a canvas, I'll get it in like 3 days, which is fabulous. You know, for this quality to get in 3 days, yes, please. So yeah, so Diamond Art Club is always been my favorite and will continue to be my favorite. So yeah. Y'all, I'm working on a square drill canvas. What do you think? It's pretty cool. It's something different. I had to take a break from Astral Guardian. I couldn't look at it anymore. I was trying so hard to get that canvas done. I had a challenge with Crafting with Christy to have it done by February 20th. But then I got sick and I couldn't diamond paint. I couldn't look down. Every time I looked down, gravity and snot don't work well. So I couldn't do any coloring or diamond painting or anything because it's just, yeah, I just couldn't do it. So I was pretty much watching Netflix for like 3 days. Which I have to say, this show I'm watching is so hilarious and it's great. If you need a good laugh, watch Schitt's Creek. It's Schitts Creek. It's got the dad in it from American Pie. I can't remember his name. He's so funny. But it's a great show and it's only 30 minutes, so you're not, chained to the TV for an hour. My husband and I will usually watch 1, maybe 2 shows a night. So, yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. And we've been starting to watch a little bit more TV because we don't really do a lot of things together. He's really big into Classic WoW right now. They had a new expansion come out. And he and his best friend are really into that, and they're in a big guild, and they do that like 3 or 4 nights a week. So I really don't care for that game. I tried playing Classic WoW, and it just wasn't for me. So usually he'll do his video games, and I will sit in here and color or diamond paint for an hour or 2 each night. Sometimes longer, depending, but I usually always set an alarm for an hour so that I at least get up, move around, get a drink. I don't want to be sitting here for, 3 hours. That's not healthy. Not healthy at all. So, y'all that diamond paint, make sure you get up and walk around and, stretch and all that good stuff. So yeah. And what else is going on? Oh, so the end of next week, I guess, whatever the 29th is, I'm going to pull a random winner for the Patty Wax giveaway. I did a video on that earlier this month, and Robin from Patty Wax was nice enough to include some wax to give away to a lucky subscriber on my channel. So that is going to be at the end of the month. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up in the up here in the cards. Where am I at? How long am I into this video? I don't even know, but I'll find it. But I'll link that video up in the cards so you can check it out and enter to win some Patty Wax goodies if you would like. And then I'm also doing a giveaway on my Facebook group this month. We're doing Animal Art February, so you can do any animal coloring page or animal diamond painting and post it, and you'll be entered to win a diamond painting. So yeah. So yeah, lots of fun stuff. And then I'm trying to think of things to do for when I hit 3,000 subscribers. I want to do 3 giveaways. I'm just trying to think of some cool things to do for that. So I will keep you posted on that once that happens. So yeah, lots of fun stuff. Lots of fun stuff going on. I've been trying to catch up on a bunch of videos too. I've got so many awesome content creators that I like to watch. You should see my watch later list. It has it had 30 videos in it, and I've knocked a lot of them out. But yeah, I'll tell you the trick. The trick is I watch most of the videos on 1.25 speed, and that helps because you can still understand what people are saying, and it just makes it go a little bit faster. All right, so these squares aren't as bad as I thought, and I'm not even being super anal retentive about lining them up. I mean, you can see this is crooked, but as I put them down, they should straighten up. And I can checkerboard if need be. So yeah. All right, so do you guys like square or round better? I'm curious. Or does it not matter to you? All right, hold on. Let me get some of the trash out. There's a little bit of trash. Like that one. These two are just stuck together. There's some with just some little knobby bits on the end. That one has a knobby bit on the end. Yeah, other than that, it looks pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. Square is just intimidating to me because I'm so OCD, and I know a lot of you are like, get over it. And you're right, I probably should. Does it matter if it's perfectly straight? No. But anybody with OCD knows if you know it's not straight and it's going to bother you, it's going to bother you forever. Even though you're going to put it on the wall, you're not going to be like an inch from it. Nobody's going to be like, oh my God, it's not straight. Come on. Nobody's going to do that. But I'm going to know it's not straight. So, yeah. Yep. That's okay, though. This one I won't see because it will be at my husband's office. But, I don't think I told you guys about this. So, hold on. I'm going to use the different one just to turn it. Okay, so maybe I did tell you this. So there is a lady in my husband's office that does diamond painting. And Adam has not told her that I have a channel or anything like that. He's really good about, only telling people if he asks me first, and because I'm really weird about that. I like my privacy with certain people. Like a lot of my friends, like here where I live, they don't know what I do. They don't know I have a channel and all that. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, so it's just a thing with me. So anyway, so he comes home and he's like, June does diamond painting as well. Oh, here goes my computer needing air. Hold on. It's that damn graphics card, y'all. And I was like, okay, so June diamond paint. So he took a picture of some of her diamond paintings that she had in her office. Y'all, she's got some good stuff. They weren't Diamond Art Club, but yeah, they were nice. So now, of course, he told her that I started diamond painting. And so of course she like wants to talk to me about it and like give me suggestions and all that kind of stuff. I was like, don't you give that lady my phone number. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. He was like, no, I wouldn't do that, you know. She's really nice, but, you know. He's like, I wouldn't do that to you. It's like, okay. So, anyway. So now I feel like there's a little bit of, I don't want to say competition, but it's like, I don't want this to look shitty. Because I know she's going to judge it. She is going to judge the shit out of it, you know? That's just, from what I can tell, that's how she is with it. So, anyway, hold on. A sip of my coffee. Nice and cold. Woo! I've missed having my coffee and Bailey's. I can't have any alcohol while I'm on medication. And I usually have, you know, a little bit of coffee and Bailey's after dinner. Just a little splash. Yeah, can't have that. Not while I'm on antibiotics. So yeah, the other thing is that's hard for me is with these pills, I have a very weak stomach. And I don't normally eat during the day. I definitely don't eat in the morning. I just have coffee. And then around the middle of the day, I'll have like a pack of Ritz crackers. Like a little, you know, what is it? A little 12 pack, you know, just something. And then I eat dinner. That's just how I've been for years. Well, with this medicine, like the doctor told me, she's like, it's going to mess you up stomach wise if you have a weak stomach and you need to eat food with it. So because I'm taking my medicine, I take it at 10 o'clock in the morning and 10 o'clock at night. So when I get up in the morning, usually around, 9:30, I have to make like oatmeal and yogurt. Well, y'all, I'm not used to eating food like this in the morning. It's like, ooh. And I feel so blah after I do. And not only that, I've gained like 2 pounds this week because I'm actually eating food. So I got to keep an eye on that. I mean, I eat. Don't get me wrong, guys. I eat, but I just don't eat in the morning. So, and then I have to eat at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. So with that, I've just been eating yogurt, and it seems to be okay. Yogurt and maybe a little bit of some crackers. Seems to be okay. But yeah, it's a huge pill. Huge pill. Oh, it's so funny. So the doctor, when she called me, she was like, okay, so she was like, is there any chance of you being pregnant? And I was like, no, shit, no. She was like, okay, well, antibiotics, they affect your, they can affect your birth control and make it not effective. And I'm like, yeah, no. She's like, are you on birth control? I'm like, no. She was like, I see. I was like, no, my husband had a vasectomy. So we're good. She was like, and she and I started having a conversation about vasectomy. She's like, I think that's like the best form of birth control for married, couples. It's amazing. You don't have all those hormones and those pills that are so bad for you. it's just, she was like, kudos to you. I was like, well, if I want to be frank with you about it, I told Adam, yeah, if you want to get married, that's what's going to happen. You're going to get that taken care of, because I'm not going to be on these birth control pills much longer, because I was on them for a very long time. I was on birth control since I had been 16, and when I turned 40, no, wasn't 40, 35, right? When I turned 35, my doctor was like, okay, my OBGYN, he was like, you need to just not be on them anymore. It's not good as you get older. There are risk factors involved. It's like, well, kind of have to be on them, you know, because yeah, I don't trust just the whole condom thing. Oh, rip. I don't trust the whole condom thing, to be honest with you. I mean, yes, definitely use them, but want to have something else as a backup too. So anyway, so I told Adam, I was like, yeah, you get that done before we get married. And he did. He did. The funny thing is when you're a single man under the age of 25 and you tell them you want a vasectomy, they make you wait. At least here in Virginia, they make you wait. It was 90 days. I'm pretty sure. It was 3 months. They made you wait to make sure that that was the decision you wanted to make. Not to say that it's not reversible. It technically it can be. There are can be some complications with that, but it can be permanent. I mean, if you don't want it reversed. So yeah, so they made him wait 90 days, and then I don't know if I had told you guys the story or not. So I know we're talking about personal things at the moment, but it's an adult channel. We can talk about these things. So when my husband went to go get the vasectomy, he's very odd. He doesn't get drunk, my husband. Nothing affects him like that. Like, drugs or, like over-the-counter drugs or, prescribed drugs, anything like that, alcohol. He has a very, very, very high tolerance. It's very odd. So anyway, so he went to go get his vasectomy. And when you get a vasectomy, they don't put you out. I mean, they just give you a little bit of a sedative to make you sleepy, but not completely out. Well, so I'm sitting in the waiting room, right? And I'm sitting next to the sweetest, sweetest little old lady. Her husband was in there for some kind of procedure. I don't know. But, because we were at a urologist. And anyway, so I was talking to this lady, and the doctor comes out and calls my name. And I was like, oh, shit. The first thing that comes to your mind is, oh, my God, is something wrong, Because, I had only been sitting there for like 20 minutes. 20, maybe 30 minutes. I knew they weren't done. So I go over there, and he's like, or no, he came over to me. That's right. He came over to me because I was sitting next to that lady. And he was like, okay, so little bit of a problem. And I was like, okay, what's that? He was like, yeah, your husband doesn't seem to be getting, he's not reacting to the sedative. And I was like, oh, well, I could have told you that. I was like, he has a really high tolerance for things. And he was like, no, I don't think you understand. He said, we've given him 3 rounds of sedative, and he's still wide awake, talking to the nurses and talking to me. And he said, this is very abnormal. I said, oh, okay. He said, I need your permission to give him 1 more round, because at this point, legally, he's not supposed to be in like sane state of mind or something, so they have to get approval from me. I was like, you do whatever you need to do, just, get those things snipped. That's all I care about. And make sure that he's numbed enough to the point of where he can't feel it. He was like, no, he can't feel anything. Like, they gave him like your basic numbing stuff. He was like, but he's too awake. I was like, okay. So yeah, you do what you need to do. And he goes, okay. And then on top of that, and the little lady next to me, she was just like trying really hard not to laugh. She was like, just doing her little giggle. It was actually really cute. And he said on top of that, he said, because this is such an unusual situation, he was like, do you mind if we record this for educational purposes? And I was like, so what you're saying is my husband's junk is going to be on video for college students and interns? He was like, yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, go right ahead. As long as you don't show his face, I could care less. So I couldn't go back there. They didn't let me back there, but Adam told me later, he was like, oh my God. He said there were like 6 or 7 nurses around me while this procedure was going on, and they were taking notes. And he was like, 2 or 3 of them were really hot, and I know I was down there like super excited. You know what I mean? He was like, and I didn't know. I couldn't feel a damn thing. It was so funny. Oh my gosh. It was so funny. Because when I went back there, when they finally let me back there to the recovery area, I mean, he was wide awake, perfectly fine, sitting up, drinking a little cup of ice water, perfectly fine. Had a straight conversation with me. He could have gotten up and walked out, but of course they wouldn't let him. They had to put him in a wheelchair, for insurance purposes. But it was just hilarious. And the little lady next to me, after the doctor left, she was like, wow. She was like, your husband's going to be filmed getting a vasectomy. I was like, yeah, I know. She just started giggling. It was cute. It was cute. I mean, she had to have been like probably in her 70s or 80s, She was so sweet. So sweet. So anyway, that's my funny story. Yeah, that's my funny story. Oh boy. So yeah. And then, I mean, I've tried since then to like get Adam not drunk, but at least to the point of where he gets a little tipsy and he just can't do it. Can't do it. He says the only thing that happens is he gets like a headache. Other than that, he said it doesn't affect him like that. So really strange. Really strange. Don't know why. Just his genetic makeup, I guess. Whereas me, I have, a glass or 2 of wine, and I'm like, hey, Shug. Telling everybody I love them and all that stuff. I'm a happy drunk. So, yeah. It's quite amusing from what I've been told. So, anyway. Yeah. Oh, see, now that one has a knobbly bit on it, which I didn't see. And it won't line up, so let me pull that one off. Put that in the... Oh, come on. Put that in the trash. I would use my trash can, but I'm using that for Astral Guardian, so I don't want to mix the drills. Yeah, love these. These are my favorite. Star Ore. So yeah, that's my funny story. My funny story. So yeah. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to finish this color and probably call it. But I at least wanted to do a whip and chat with you guys and show you what I'm working on right now. Something a little different. A little different. So anybody have any big plans for the week? Do anything exciting over this past weekend? Nope, not me. I am chilling out, doing a lot of laundry and cleaning and burning sheets. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm going to, like, bleach sheets and bleach towels and, make sure all the yuck is off of things. I Lysol the house like every day because I'm paranoid that Adam's gonna come home with something else. It's like I know that's where I got it from, is from his work. But for him to get sick, he never gets sick. And he was, I mean, y'all, he was sick. Like really sick. Like fever, his stomach was upset. I mean, just you name it. Yeah. It was not fresh. Not fresh. But I have like little things of hand sanitizer everywhere. Like at his computer desk, in the den, here on my desk, I've got, this is Twisted Peppermint from Bath and Body Works. This is like one of my favorite scents. I know Shalene likes this scent too. It's great. So I have this little pocket back, is what it's called. I have this one. And I also have Daydream. Oh, that glare. Okay, y'all can't see that. Anyway, it's got a unicorn on it. So it's very nice. But yeah, I have like little pocket backs everywhere. Hand sanitizer. I make him wash his hands as soon as he gets home from work. Yeah. I've turned into a germaphobe. Yeah. It's just how it is when you've been this sick. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. So, like, if I could spray him down with some kind of antibacterial something before he walked in the house, I would. Or I'd tell him to get into a hazmat suit. Or me, I'd wear a hazmat suit. So, yeah. So this is coming along. It looks pretty good. I think this will look really good when it's done. Really done. And like, I know you can see the gaps in it, but like if I turn the light off, you can't see the gaps in it. You know what I mean? You can't. Let's see if I put some more light on it. So yeah, I mean, you can't see the gaps in it. So pretty and sparkly. Can y'all see that sparkle? It sparkles so nice. Love it. Love it. Okay. I am going to stop it there. So yeah, just wanted to do a little WIP and Chat for you guys. Hope everybody's had a lovely weekend. And yeah, I will have another video for you guys on Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be a coloring video, and I have to decide what I'm going to color. I don't know if I'm going to color in Fairy Celebrations because I just got that book. Yay! Or if I'm going to use my markers and color in something else. I do have a new coloring book that I want to show everybody too. So fun things happening. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. And that way you'll be notified whenever I put up a new video. And for those of you that are subscribed, thank you so much for all of your love and support. It means the world to me. Again, thank you for all of the beautiful, beautiful, nice, kind notes and messages you sent me this week while I've been feeling bad. It meant the world to me. And I was pretty depressed this week, being this sick. So seeing all of those nice messages really boosted my spirit. So thank you very much. Means a lot to me. So thank you. All right, you guys, have a lovely, lovely rest of your Sunday, and I will see you again next week. Bye, guys.